is so great to be here with you Cubed, with all of you. It's especially wonderful to be here with the machinists. Because I bet a lot of machinists don't know that we were founded with the Eastern Airlines strike supporting machinists who are out there fighting for their jobs and livelihood. And it's such an honor to come back to our roots and be reminded that we're out here in solidarity with machinists and with the many other unions who are out here this morning. AFSCME is in the house, Unite Here is in the house. I know there are others, I can see. And it's an honor to be here. I'm here with Tristan Davis Faulkner, our National Field Director, and we want to tell you a little bit about what we've been doing to fight for a just economy, an economy that's fair for workers.
All right. Thank you, Sarita. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. Yes, all right. I'm just reminded of that being here today. This morning at this rally as we prepare to go on over to the mall. This feels like such an amazing moment and opportunity for us to come together. As Jobs with Justice, we're just coming off of a National Day of Action that we had on September 15th, where we organized in over 100 cities across the country with allies to basically say to those politicians here in Washington, D.C. who are blocking the road to good jobs and real recovery, that we demand that everybody who wants to have a job in this country should have the right to have a job in this country, right? You know, the pushback we get and that we hear on Fox News and all over the corporate-driven media is that, you know, we have this big deficit in this country, and you know we got to watch our spending, and every dollar we spend we have to bring in new revenue. Well, I think it's very clear to all of us people who work every day for a living that the biggest deficit we have in this country is a jobs deficit, right? Yeah. And I believe there's another deficit that we have in this country. I believe that there's a deficit of human values, right? Yeah. Which would sit around and allow 15 million sisters and brothers, people, to go without work and to go without security and dignity in their daily lives, while the corporate and financial sectors sit on mountains of trillions of dollars of debt, of wealth every day that they are not contributing to getting our economy back on track so that it works for everybody, right? Yeah. So we believe that we have to have full and fair employment for all, right? That's what we are here to say in this moment and moving forward. We've got to work on the local level and on the national level to pass legislation, you know, to work in the workplaces and in factories and call centers and everywhere that we work every day to make sure that we do have full and fair employment and justice, because it's not just people without jobs that are struggling, right? The more and more unemployment increases, the less secure those folks who still have jobs are. In every contract negotiation going on across the country where we are fortunate enough to enjoy collective bargaining, we know that employers are strategically coming after our victories that we have fought for over the years, right? And so we've got to stem the tide of growing unemployment in this country. Yes. Before I hand it back over to Sarita, I do also want to get techie with you today, as Liz did earlier. We as Jobs with Justice are really trying to continue to grow our list so that we can get the word out and provide opportunities for union members to take action in solidarity with people in the community, people from churches, synagogues, mosques, youth and students. So if you would, we have been handing out these cards and I know a lot of you have them, but if you would text JWJ to 95495, that will automatically put you on our list, and you will get updates and opportunities to stand in solidarity with us and sisters and brothers across the country. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Tristan. So I want to build off of what Tristan was saying. Now is the time for us to unite. And Jobs with Justice, we have coalitions across the country in 25 states. We have 47 coalitions that bring together labor unions, community-based organizations, faith-based groups, and student groups. We have over 100,000 individual members, rank and file union members, community members, members of churches, synagogues, temples, students, youth, who have signed a very simple pledge. And that pledge is that I'll be there for your struggle, other people's struggle, as well as my own struggle, at least 5 times a year. And if we all take collective action, we'll actually begin to win. And we believe that at Jobs with Justice. We believe it because we see the victories every single day. At every contract fight, with every organizing campaign, with every community struggle, we see the victories play out. Now more than ever, we have to unite. We have to bring together public sector workers, people in the community who are fighting to make sure that there aren't cuts in public services, with workers in the private sector. We have to bring you all together. We have to bring excluded workers. There's so many workers in the informal economy. It's ridiculous, and they have no labor protections. We all have to unite under a banner of fighting corporate greed and taking back America for working people. That's what we gotta do right now. It's simple. This isn't rocket science. We have to fight corporate greed. And let's not be naive. And President Wilhelm said it. Corporate power, they know what they're doing. They have an agenda, and they've been moving it, not only in the United States, but around the world. How would you feel as a worker if you had to leave your family, your friends, your communities, and travel to a whole other country to have a job and make very little wages that you're sending back home? We know around the globe there are over 200 million workers who are displaced, who are forced to move for work. That's ridiculous. Why are we tolerating this anymore? We got to stand together here in the U.S. and around the world with workers everywhere and say enough with corporate greed. We got to fight corporate greed. We have to unite because, brothers and sisters, this is about, not only is it about jobs, it's about our livelihoods. At one time in this society, workers worked in order to live full lives. Today, we live to work. How screwed up is that? That's screwed up. People are working 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs. They can't support their families. They can't be active in their communities. Civic engagement is more than just going to the polls, which, by the way, we should be doing. But it's also about building our communities that we live in. So this is a big fight. It's about a fight for economic security. It's a fight for employment security. It's a fight for retirement security. And it's a fight for a decent standard of living. So let's unite, because it's only if we're together that we can actually win. And I just want to close by saying I'm out here with my 4-month-old daughter. I just gave birth to a beautiful little girl, and you'll see her in the crowd, and she's wearing a onesie that says, "When I grow up, I want a Jobs with Justice." And you know what? I want her to have a Jobs with Justice, and I want everyone standing here to have a Jobs with Justice. A job with collective bargaining rights, a job that allows us to support our families, a job that allows us to support the communities we live in, and ultimately a job that gives us the respect and dignity that we deserve. So I hope you'll unite with us. I hope you'll march with us. I hope you'll be there as we fight for full and fair employment.
All right, all right. When I say jobs with, you say justice. Jobs with? Justice. Jobs